Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Prolong Lash YouTube channel. I'm here with the lovely Alicia, and I'm Jodi, the CEO of Prolong Lash.
Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about something that's really close to our hearts actually. We want to talk about community over competition, the lash industry, and how to better it with lash friendships and seeking out mentors and seeking out communities within the lash industry.
Yeah, we're very excited. It is a good topic to talk about today because I've been adopted into this industry. You haven't. You've been in it for a lot of years, so your connections go way back to 15 years ago.
Yep.
You've made friends with I know that you still talk about the person that trained you with your lash artist. You're still very close as your first training session. So adoption 5 years ago was a big deal for me to move into this industry, but I was so overwhelmed with the friendliness. And being from a company that sells aftercare products, there were other brands that sell aftercare products that have become some of my closest friends.
Yeah, you're embraced with open arms.
Yes.
And I think it can feel really scary and cliquey, the lash industry, sometimes at the start. And you think there are these, lash people that everyone sort of knows in the industry. And it can seem really daunting that there's kind of like the lash celebrities or the lash people everyone knows versus everyone else. But once you're really in it, I don't think it's like that at all. I mean, you would be considered a lash celebrity.
Well, there you go. So what I found about, excuse me, this industry from other industries coming from the surf industry, you're dealing with surfers with big egos, and you're dealing with brands, like big brands, and the people that run those brands have big egos. And so when I come to the lash industry, it was quite nice to be in such a friendly environment. But meeting some of the big heads, what we look at as maybe the famous people in the lash industry, they're so down to earth. Like there's no airs and graces about them. The preconceived conception of the person attending the conference is more the one that puts them up a little bit on the pedestal, but they're like the most approachable. They want you. That's what they're there for. They want everyone to come and meet and greet with them.
Yeah.
So they're not untouchable, and come up and talk to us anytime you want. That's what people are there for.
Yeah. I think people get scared to make lash friends often because, like when we're just talking about sort of other lash artists in your local area and things like that, like they're my competition, right?
Yeah.
Like they're going to take my clients away. And so it can feel a bit daunting, like, well, I can't be friends with someone in my competition, or can I trust someone that's my competition? But I think that there is a lot of value in making local lash friends as well. And we see more and more people coming together to have little lash events, lash luncheons and lash parties and things where it's not necessarily a massive, lash convention. It might just be 10 people, it might be 50. We're seeing more and more that people are wanting to get together. It is a really lonely industry, as you said before. It can be, especially when so many lash artists are working by themselves in a one-man band salon or setup, and it gets lonely not to have other people in the industry to talk to you. You talk to your clients all day. You're not like completely alone, but it's not the same.
It's not the same as educating or airing your grievances about your clients, because you can't do that to them. Getting feedback on product, getting feedback on new services to offer, even down to, I was in a conversation recently, and it was a smaller conference, and I was in a conversation where people were actually talking about booking systems. And they all started writing down all this information. Now, I watched those girls, and they were competition, so to speak. They were selling literally the same stuff at their stalls, but together they all got onto this package and then put in for the package together and made each other users. So they saved themselves a heap of money by one person signing the license, but the others having a small license off them, and they all split the cost.
That's clever.
Things like that. And we always talk about with suppliers, like ordering Prolong. We've got a few of our resellers in the US who get together. And to get the best discount with Prolong, you're ordering over 120 units. A small salon mightn't be able to do that. But 4 or 5 people together, then buying the 120 units, getting the great margin, then they split it amongst their salons. Like this, collaboration is the key in this industry, because minimum MOQs with your suppliers, whether you're buying glues, aftercare products, tech products, the MOQs, if you go and try and source it yourself, there's just they're too big.
Yeah.
But if you get together with a lash community or a Facebook group and you've all talked about it, throw it out there. Hey guys, I'm in the market for this. I want to buy this many. Does anyone else want to jump on this order? I mean, it just makes sense to me. It's good business sense.
Yeah.
Something we're really big on at Prolong Lash is mentorship.
Yes.
Making sure that we offer enough educational videos on our products, but on everything.
Yeah.
We talk about our products, our dilution process, our certifications. We talk through all those on blogs, video, YouTube channels, podcasts. We're always out there with our message, but we're out there with other messages too. So we're there. Part of our reseller program is that you actually can just ring us, contact us, text an email to us, and we get back to you. And finding the right mentor for your business is important too. So don't think that every mentor, if you're looking for someone to be more of a motivational coach, you have to look for someone different than a lash artist. You have to look for a motivational coach, going to a sporting arena or going to other areas to find that. So mentorship is not embarrassing. It's not something to be shy about asking for. It's developing yourself in all aspects of your business.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do also have a good blog on our website, speaking of blogs you were just talking about, and the education we put out there about how to find a mentor. So if you really want to get deeper into that, make sure to jump on and have a look at that blog. But having a mentor is also your link to the lash community. So, it's important that you stay connected, and sometimes that person, especially if it's a lash mentor, will be able to connect you to the rest of the community as well, and connect you with the people where it won't feel like you're dealing with your competitors every day. You're dealing with people that are right next door to your salon, and they feel like they're not going to be your lash friend. They could feel like they're going to be a competitor. Having a lash mentor can connect you to a community as well.
Yeah, which is really important, because as you said, if you are on your own working in a salon and you walk past someone else's salon every day to go to work, you can be deflated pretty quickly. And if they're busy and you're not that day, it's something that, whereas you've got a mentor in the scene, you can ring them and you can start to talk about ways that you become that busy salon, or that, take another path to work. It might be some simple advice. Just someone that you can ring up when you're having a good day or a bad day.
Yeah.
Give good feedback, bad feedback. So how many times, I don't know how many times in the last week even, that we get approached by these small pop-up little conference events and gatherings and garden parties, and they're amazing. They're everywhere. And because talking American is such a big place. So you can't always make that trip across the other side of the country to a show that you really want to attend. So make sure you're all over it, what events are on, because the conferences and even gatherings, they're everywhere now. And you go there, you get a nice little goodie bag. It's always got Prolong in it. And you're sitting with 10 other lash artists around you that you get to talk to for the day, or 20 other lash artists around. The value of the conferences.
People get scared. They're like, oh, there's this, little lash function coming up. I really want to go. It looks fun, but I don't want to go by myself, and I don't have any other lash friends. What do they do?
Just go. Just go, serious. You're investing in yourself at these events. These events are places that you're going to be able to throw your good times and bad experience, or your good and bad experiences in your own salon. Talk about your husbands or your partners because you're angry with them, and the work-life balance. You'll bring up all these things with a new group of friends that have got the same issue. Everyone's on the same page at these events. People don't pay to go to an event to sit there on their own. You're going to pay for an event. You're investing in yourself. Ask the questions, meet some friends, have a look at the new stuff that's happening in the industry, take notes, walk out of there with at least 3 things. You don't have to walk out with 50 things and go back and say, I'm going to go back, I'm going to change my salon around, I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to do a branding exercise. Just do 2 or 3 things slowly that you can handle, and have a schedule for them, and, get advice for them.
Yeah. And I think everyone feels the same as well. That's the thing. When you walk in and you're feeling shy, it's kind of like what I say to my kids when I'm sending them off to daycare and they don't want to go because my friend's not going today, my friend that I usually have there or whatever. And I just am like, well, everyone else there is also looking for someone to play with, it's the same at these lash events. So everyone else there is going there to grow, better their business, develop their connections. So don't feel like you're the only one without a lash friend, because really everyone there probably is in the same boat.
And don't feel like you're the only one that's nervous. Everyone's probably feeling nervous. You know, when we first walk into the conferences, and if there's a team of us and there's 4 of us together going, or 2 of us together, you have a bit more confidence because you're there with someone. But sometimes I'm on my own and I walk into a conference and it's just overwhelming, and I'm used to it and I love it, and I love the attention. I love getting up on stage and I am confident, but I still walk in there at that time and go, okay, here we go. Like, so it's a natural human instinct to feel that way. You just got to push past it.
Yeah.
Just push past it. Hook onto someone that looks like they're sitting on their own too. That's always a good hint if it's a bigger conference, if someone's there. And also, most conferences now, if they're a bigger size conference, if it's a small conference, you're going to be surrounded in a little table area or in a room that's going to be quite easy to socialise. But the big conferences can be so daunting. But they all have meet and greet if you're on your own. Look at your program before you get there and find out who else is actually there for the first time and go to those events.
A well-run conference thinks about you as an attendee, and they do usually have something in place for that.
Yeah.
Like, even to get accommodation beforehand, they might be a little group that they set up where you could find a roommate, buddy kind of system. So, and
You're
they
my
have a
room
lunch,
buddy.
but yes, well, yeah, our room's taken. Sorry, guys, but you can go next door.
I can't.
But yeah, a lot of the bigger conferences have those systems in place to make sure you have a friend. So that's a really good point.
And that's why they're bigger conferences, because they've built their success, and their size grows every year because people feel taken care of. So look into conferences.
Get amongst it. Okay, so
What?
put this in your mind. Visualize this.
Picture of this.
Yeah, so you are a solo lash artist. You're just starting out. You don't have a big clientele yet. You're not making a lot of money. So going to a big lash conference possibly can't work for you as much as you would love to. It's just not going to be affordable. It's too far away. You're in an area where there's not a lot of lash artists, and there aren't any lash events going on. So what do you do in that situation?
Move. Change postcodes. Get amongst it. Move to the fun spots. No. I suppose you could be smart and do your own.
Sure.
You could start your own. You could include fellow hairdressers. It doesn't have to be all lash. You can make, just because you're not lashing, it's the beauty industry.
Yeah.
You might feel comfortable just to have some other solo artists in the area, hair, nails, that might want to get together, and that may grow, and then other industries will join. And it doesn't always have to be lash artists. I know it makes sense with lash artists because you're learning about still hairdressers and nail artists. They all have the same, running a salon problems. They still have the same loneliness problems, work-life balance problems. So don't be scared to branch out to other areas. Or if you know there's an area and you're in a shopping strip, let's say, and people do Friday night drinks. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but Friday night drinks are literally one of the most valuable things for people that work on their own. Going to get together to collaborate with other people and not even have the same interests. It doesn't even matter. You're just sitting, talking to women, talking to men, different conversation before you go home, time to shut down, time to, rush the day off. So it doesn't have to be a totally organised event.
Yeah, that's such a good point. And a lot of these events that you hear about, that you know about, like the Lash Bash of the world, like that's a massive event, but that didn't start massive. She didn't go out there and say, I'm going to take over. Mo didn't go out there and say, I'm going to take over and be doing lash bashes all over America. When she started, it was just like hosting one to make some connections. So it's something that you can do, and you don't have to aim to make some kind of global intense conference. It can just be, I'm inviting the 10 local lash artists, or I'm inviting the 10 local female business owners.
Exactly.
Small businesses. Maybe it's just a shop owner or something, not just a shop owner. That sounded rude, but someone that, isn't even in the beauty industry. It could just be a business ladies lunch or something.
I'm not a lash artist, and I don't ever feel left out in lash conferences. You don't have to be that, as I said, that particular person in that particular field to have something in common. Sisterhood. It's all about sisterhood, getting together, empowering each other. We're not competition. We're making us strive to be better people by knowing and listening to things on group chats and getting to conferences. It's investing in your personal growth. Here in Australia, we have a saying called the tall poppy syndrome, which is, for everyone that doesn't understand that, basically people that are successful get pulled down by others that are more jealous, let's say that. So there are bad sides. There are toxic sides to every industry. There are toxic sides to competition too. But it's how you react to that. It's how you move through that. It's not that someone out there's doing. For us, we have lots of knockers and we have lots of people that would like to run us down as a brand. We just ignore it. We just power on with our strategy. We stick in our lane, and we know that some people use us and some people don't. But that's okay. We work with and educate the ones who do work with us and do buy us. We don't try and, say, don't use this product because of that. We just have confidence in our product. So we just stick in our lane and promote our product.
Yeah, I agree. And I've noticed, like, as someone who does keep an eye on the lash industry globally, I'm not just in Australia.
Stalker.
Sorry, guys. Not just in Australian lash groups, I'm in the ones in the US, in the UK, in wherever I can be in a lash group, I'm keeping an eye on things. I'm seeing what people are talking about because I want to just be across the industry and understand it. I do find that different geographic areas seem to have different levels of competition versus companionship. And there is some places, especially on the internet, that are pretty toxic and they're not supportive. And I just say to you, if you're on there and you're feeling like it's not a good vibe for you, just get out and find a different place, because you can't control what other people are going to say to you or about you. All you can control is what you do, which is what Jodi is saying about what our strategy is. We just have to stick to our guns and our values and make sure that we're doing the best by our business and ignore all the noise. So just get out of those toxic groups. If you're with some people that are, let's say, bitches, get away from them.
Let's say it. We put it out there.
Some people just are. And some people thrive on trying to cut other people down. That's how they make themselves feel about themselves. But that's how they make themselves feel better about themselves.
Yeah, by running other people down.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. And it happens just way too much in all industries, not just the lash industry. I don't think it's as bad as some industries, because I think that the community feel and the love that's out there saves the people or gives that kind of advice like you just did, Alicia. Get out of the group. They just say, don't take that. Get out of the group. There are still big loves and hugs out there from enough people to cut those other people out of the groups as well. Look, how many times have we watched the administration of groups be all over that, see the toxic environment that's building in their group and clear out the bad eggs. So you got to do that in your own head as well. If there's toxic environment around you, clear it out.
Yeah. You know what I have seen quite a bit of lately, which I really enjoy, is seeing the collaborations going on like Insta, for example. The businesses like cross-promoting each other, especially if you maybe have complementary services and they aren't exactly in competition. And even if you are in competition, like I've seen people who are even in competition with each other work really collaboratively together. And it's quite amazing, like developing a new product together as like two different companies and bringing something out as one, which is cool. I've seen cross promotions of people that have complementary services that cross promote each other, doing lives together, sharing things, doing collaboration posts. Like that kind of thing is a really nice way to start maybe reaching out to people and go, I have a business proposition for you. And then maybe you end up being a great friend with that person, having a great relationship.
You have a collaboration every day with your AI bot.
Yeah.
You collaborate with him all the time.
My best friend, ChatGPT.
We've just started something now. A very smart lash artist from Pure Lash Joy. I'll give her a plug. I was very impressed by her business acumen. She reached out to us through our Shopify Plus store and asked us to join up to a collaborative app called Collaborate. Appropriate. And she sent us an invite, took it on herself. So one of the bigger aftercare companies, we're not saying we're the biggest, but one of the bigger aftercare companies, she sent me an invite through my Shopify Plus. So it came to me, to my address. Hi, Jodi. I won't mention her name, but we'd like to collaborate with you, our clients in your area. We love your product. But how I was so impressed by her, like so impressed. She did that herself. She reached out to us. And of course, I straight back onto her. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So a collaboration doesn't mean just the people in your area. This is an online collaboration. This is something that she's taken the initiative. She's read, she's researched, and she sent a message out. Hey, Prolong Lash. Hey, Jodi, I met you at LashCon.
And why not? Shoot your shot. Like, I mean, the worst that someone can say is no.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're no worse off than you were before. Like, exactly. Sorry, that doesn't work for us. Cool, whatever, move on.
And it mightn't work for us, but I'm willing to try anything. Someone that's smart wants to reach out. I am willing to try anything.
Absolutely.
Once. Well, almost anything.
Love a collaboration.
So, yeah, if you're not collaborating with Prolong Lash, that's another thing.
Yeah.
So that's one way of, collaborating with Prolong Lash. Send us your ideas. Chat to us about your groups. You've got an event coming up, even if it's for 10 people. Say, do you mind dropping something in our goodie bag? Do you mind offering a discount to the people that are coming? We're open to all that. Can we do a live cross and you speak at the conference? Like, we're open to lots and lots of things. Collaborate.
Yeah, come and be a part of the Prolong Lash family, because if you become a Prolong Lash partner, you do get all these opportunities. I mean, some of our resellers will tell you we've invited them to come to conferences with us and stand on our stands. We do marketing plans for people. We help. We're on the phone. We're on Zooms with our resellers all the time. So being a Prolong partner does create a lash community for you right there. Like, you can walk into an established lash community. We can connect you with other lash artists that are also within the community as well. So we've even helped people set up their own conferences and their own, lash luncheons and things like that as well. So
and I think one thing I noticed when we have a stand at the conferences, whether it's one or two on the stand or a team on the stand, we kind of are the place that people want to hang. Mm-hmm. We give people a sense of ownership of the brand when you join us. We give you a seat at our stand if you're tired. We hold people's bags behind our stand. If someone's on their own, they come and they always check in like once a day to just say, hi, I'm a little bit, off you go, or we walk with them somewhere. It also gives you a base somewhere, a group of friends. You'll always know the Prolong team when we're there. So it's nice to have that collaboration. And every conference we go to, how many people do we talk to? Thousands. And we love it. Yeah, we love it. Genuinely love it. So learn to love it. Learn to love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll just make your business thrive. It'll make you happier in the lash industry and, give you connections. People make lifelong friends from this. So, get involved. Get a part of it.
My buddy's got a cold today, so I really don't want to.
Sorry, be wearing a mask. But thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, jump on our socials. And if you want to join our partner program, it's so simple. All you have to do is go onto our website at www.prolonglash.com or .au for Australia and click on Become a Partner. And we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thanks for joining.